From the United States Bureau of Census website, the population sizes in millions in the United States for census years 1790 to 2010 are as follows. They weren't able to fit this table on one line, so it's broken up into two little sections. In A, it says, if you wanted to be able to predict population size in a given year, which variable would be independent and which would be dependent? My guess is that the population size depends on the year, which means the population size is dependent, and the year is independent. Draw a scatter plot in part B. You are going to do that on a piece of graph paper and staple it to the back. Does the relationship between year and population appear to be linear? If it's linear, you're looking for a straight line. If it's nonlinear, it might create a curve. So based on what your graph looks like, you'll be able to answer part B. In C, it says, consider the data from 1950 to 2010. So just looking at this section of your data, does it appear to be linear on that section? Like maybe it was a curve before and then it starts to straighten out. Is just that section of data linear? And then make sure you explain based on what you're seeing. In D, it says one line that could be used to model the relationship between year and population size for the data from 1950 to 2010 is y equals negative 4,875 and 21 thousandths plus 2.578x. Suppose that a sociologist believes there will be a negative consequence if the population size increases by more than 2 3/4 million people annually. Should she be concerned? Well, 2 3/4 is the same as 2.75, and our rate is 2.578, which is less than that. So should she be concerned if it's less than that? It says she's only going to be concerned if it's more. So no, she shouldn't be concerned. E. Assume that the linear pattern continues. Use the given line in part D to predict the size of the population in the United States in the next census year. So you're going to take this line and you're going to plug in 2020. That's the next census year. And this has already occurred. However, that would be the next census since this book was published. So when you plug this into your calculator, you're going to take this number and add it to 2.578 times. Remember, those parentheses mean multiplication. And then figure out what y is equal to. And that will tell you how big the population size is in millions. So fill in that blank space there. By plugging it into your calculator.